Now, he's always been looked at as one of the top ones who's always outed the industry and always talked about the Illuminati and how he has been approached but always declined. Now, I kind of find how funny how here we are sitting in 2024 and all these celebrities, they are telling on one another. And, side note, there's supposed to be the list that's coming out that we've been hearing about for like since 2020, the list. And, a lot of people put videos out when that list came out, and a lot of people's videos got taken down. As a matter of fact, their accounts deleted um, because of this list. But that's not what this video is about. I'm just going to just go ahead and just let a little bit of these clips play. It is from a podcast interview that interviews Katt Williams. Now, the podcast is hosted by another Illuminati member. I'll let y'all research that and look it up to see who that interview was. I'm not going to give that person clout because that person, it was a millionaire before they did a podcast. So it just goes back and forth. And one thing I want to bring to people's attention about Katt Williams, he always talks about how he never wore the dress, and he's always the first to point the finger to the next actor, especially being a black actor, who wore the dress. Now, here's something that I find that in comparison to wearing a dress, and this just is my opinion, and if you think about it, it makes sense. Now, when he played in the movie Friday After Next, he played a pimp. He also wore a wig, and he also was very feminine in this. Okay, now he may not have acted like he was feminine, but he was stalked by another male, alpha male, um, the one that the character Damon, and he pursued him. He said he was fresh fish. So to me, that's just the same as putting on a dress. And also, a lot of movies that Katt Williams plays in, he wears wigs. He wears wigs and weaves and stuff like that. And so that's, to me, that's being feminine. If you want to, point out the dress, point out that you wear wigs, point out that you were, you know, sought after by an alpha male. And I do believe it was your first movie. I may be wrong, but in the case is the movie that you're known for. Okay. So him saying that he never wore a dress, this is just the same. It's equal to me. It's still a contract that he signed. It's still that what he has to go to the deal with the deal makers, the devil makers, okay? And also too, look at this one eye symbolism, okay? Look at this symbol that he's wearing on his beanie. Now, I'm not too sure what this symbol is, but I'm 100% sure that it's Masonic. I mean, I'm just looking at it now without researching. I could tell you it's Masonic just by looking at how it is, how the crest is, and how it almost looks like it's a star, a 6-point star. So it's just something that those little details that he forgets that he is taking pictures out there. And I guess if you're not woke and you're not really in the know, you're not going to figure it out. You're just going to be one of those NPC that keeps on believing, hey, he's one of the good ones. He's going to keep on outing them. Okay, well, there's a dozen like him that's doing the same thing and very believable. But the bottom line is that he is one of them. He will always be one of them. He signed a contract. He's making millions. He's getting paid to talk shit. Oh, wow. He's representing the beta kitten sex programming. Okay, aka Monarch programming for the Illuminati. Okay, if you're not too familiar, research it. Beta kitten. Anybody that you see, or any celebrity you see representing the leopard print or feline print, they are representing the beta sex kitten programming. And that's exactly what I see when I see this picture. There's nothing player about this. There's nothing that says this was a pimp player type of picture. This is a very feminine picture. This head cocked to the side, with this all permed up. And and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's you just gotta realize these people are not for us. Okay, they may sound like they for us, and they may be your favorite celebrity, but I'm sorry to hear to tell you that they are what they are. Okay, they don't give a two shits about you. They don't care nothing about your well-being, and them outing other celebrities is only showing me that they're even deeper into it than the person they're trying to out. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to go ahead and let these clips play. Like I said, this is from a recently podcast interview that's been surfaced. So I'm going to
Three other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get that?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's three other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get that?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the short. When did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking. Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You gonna know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they gonna tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here, ugly boy. Part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? Part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro. Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking. Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You gonna know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they gonna tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What are you talking about? He was a genius. You're the one that's like, so what do you expect? The guy married a whore. Like, when?
Oh, Lord.
Like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, married her because she was one. Not he didn't know. He understood that he wanted that. He courted that. That's what he wanted to base his family
she got
on.
a good heart, though. I know what you're going to say. Don't you say it, Katt. Don't you say it. I'm going to move the conversation.
If what I'm saying is not correct, then how does she end up with Pete Davidson? You're the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. And you're the one told a guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius. You're the one that's like, so what do you expect? The guy married a whore. Like, when?
Oh, Lord.
Like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, married her. Mad about it?
How much money they give? 200.
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
10 more. 200 million. I might need to get me one of them more women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? Mad about it?
How much money they give?
The weird guy in the beginning with the pink sweaters when we met him. Like, what do you think moving to a beat of your own drum? This dude started a church and kept cussing. Nobody in black church said nothing. You would have thought all the pastors would have came. You can't be no gospel artist. You just said fuck that bitch. Nobody said nothing.
I mean, it happens all the time.
And what if you weren't even good enough for Pete and he leaves you? What do that mean the product was? No, I don't support or villainize Kanye because I don't understand what it is we want from him. I don't know why we look at a basketball player and say, he didn't score no hockey goals this whole season. He don't play hockey. Kanye don't say nothing I can agree with. Okay. He was the weird guy in the beginning with the pink sweaters when we met him. Like, what do you think moving to a beat of your own drum? This dude started a church and he was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No. We've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. To an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.